There are plenty of things which can be discussed and which are lent the atmosphere to involve in that. And finally, I will introduce the speaker. It doesn't require any introduction anyway because he has been teaching neurology for quite some time. As far as my own affiliation is concerned, that is usually more than 3 decades, maybe more than that. And without any further discussion, I'll request Professor Arif Parikar, who is the head of the neurology of Higher Medical University, to come forward and give his talk as far as the advanced phase update and the current status of Parkinson's disease is concerned. Professor Arif Parikar.
It's very elating actually to see a voluminous crowd here at the Buckeye Medical University. This thought came to my mind about Dr. Devi 2 weeks ago, and I said it needs to happen here. Parkinson's disease is the second commonest neurodegenerative disease, and we need to know what's going on. And we are lucky to have an association now which is called the Movement Disorder Association of Pakistan, which will now do a lot in rehabilitating the patients with Parkinson's disease. Like Dr. Jamil said, I'm thankful to my colleagues who have traveled all the way. Dr. Nader, Dr. Arthur, Dr. Wasim, and Dr. Malik to be with us on this occasion. So what we are actually commemorating is the Parkinson's Day. And how important is it? Let's see. Stay with me and inshallah I will tell you what's going on. So, next. So we are commemorating the World Parkinson's Disease Day. Next. Now, the important thing is, we are also very lucky to be collaborating with 3 important organizations. And the World Parkinson's Disease Program is a huge program. You won't believe it. And it is run by a Pakistani from King Edward Medical College, now based in Toronto. I think you should give him a hand. And why should we give him a hand? Because he has now got centers. This is Professor A.Q. Rana, who is based in Toronto. He has a center all over Africa. He is rehabilitating the debilitated, poor community Parkinson's disease patients in so many countries. He is now throwing his tentacles into Southeast Asia and elsewhere. And in fact, even in the most modern countries like the Western European countries. So this is a great achievement. Professor A.Q. Rana, hats off to him. Single-handedly, he has made this organization called the World Parkinson's Disease Program, and I've been lucky. I had a word with him 3 years ago, and he said, "You must take me in. I'm a Pakistani." Pakistan Society of Neurology, Dr. Malik is here. He has been instrumental. Incidentally, we are missing the ex-president, Professor Wasif, who had to travel. But Dr. Malik is representing PSN. Of course, now the PSN presidency has shifted to Islamabad. But the work done by the Pakistan Society of Neurology is absolutely enormous. We have workshops not only in Parkinson's disease, we have workshops in epilepsy, we have workshops in stroke, and we have workshops in headache. And Dr. Malik has seen him run here and there and create awareness in the public. So neurology is really coming up through the platform of the Pakistan Society of Neurology. Now we come to the new society called the Movement Disorder Society of Pakistan. Professor Nader Sayyed, who has already been working on movement disorders in Pakistan, was kind enough to become the president and has been very, very instrumental, very active. I saw him on the Facebook page and elsewhere, and he's been very, very prompt in answering people. So we have now a platform. We have a portal where we can now work on patients with Parkinson's disease. We can rehabilitate them. Next. So what does the World Parkinson's Disease Program say? Dr. A.U. Rana says, I go by those who fight Parkinson's disease with knowledge always have solutions. Next. So what is the Parkinson's disease program? I'm not going to go into details, but he said that you should know what is going on. The World, this organization, the World Parkinson's Disease Program, WPP, is a Canadian-based non-profit, remember, non-profit organization dedicated to improve the lives of those affected with Parkinson's disease worldwide. WPP is the only organization providing medications, walking aids, and other supportive services to the needy globally. Number 3, it also provides educational literature in more than 50 languages. Also in Urdu. In fact, I spoke to him, he said, I'm going to tell you, pamphlet is not he ran out of pamphlet because they were distributed. So this is a huge work. Pamphlets from in 15 languages by a single individual. Imagine, 50 countries. And of course, he's the director of the Parkinson's Disease Clinic at Eastern Toronto and Movement Disorder Center, and founding editor of the Journal of Parkinsonism and RLS. Next. So, and of course, he has published 400 papers and has been awarded the Wayne Henning Award in honorary FRCP. And all these are his books. These are all the books that he authored. Next. So today we are going to talk about Parkinson's disease and signs and symptoms and something about the treatment. Next. So now, obviously, when we come into these conferences and meetings, we have two types of individuals. Those who are undergraduate and still need to learn. Some of us know a lot about Parkinson's disease, and oftentimes when I get into a conference and someone is talking the basics, I say, yaar, hame to ye pata hai. Nahin. For those who are sitting here, we must also talk about the basics. So the difference between now, you must remember that there is a difference, there is a definite difference between Parkinsonism and Parkinson's disease. Now, Parkinson's disease is a progressive neurological disorder. It is the second commonest neurodegenerative disorder that you can ever think of. Can anyone tell me which is the first? Alzheimer's, absolutely correct. So Alzheimer's being the commonest, Parkinson's disease is the second commonest. But then what is Parkinsonism? Parkinsonism is not Parkinson's disease. It is a part, it's the manifestation of another disease. For example, you can have trauma that can give you signs of Parkinson's disease. You can have infection, you can have fever, like punch drunk syndrome of Mohammad Ali, for example. All these will mimic Parkinson's disease. It's not actually Parkinson's disease. Of course, not to forget the extramedullary side effects of drugs that we use so freely. Next. So we are talking about a neurotransmitter called levodopa or dopamine. And dopamine deficiency is definitely what affects an individual and creates a Parkinson's disease-like syndrome. Next. So the question is, कि ये होता क्या है? क्या ये सिर्फ कपास है, लर्जा है या कुछ और भी है? So it's not just only tremors. It's beyond tremors. It's more than that. Next. अब ये मैं आपको बताऊं कि remember this, Parkinson's disease basically afflicts the motor system of the body. So motors, जो symptoms होते हैं, they're the dominant symptom. It's a motor symptom disease. It dominantly affects the motor system. Of course, mentally also, you may be affected later on. But the major thing is a triad of symptoms, the tremors, the rigidity, and the bradycardia. And when all these things come together, what do you have? You have postural instability, you have a postural change, and the face is affected. It's an expressionless face-to-face rigidity of that fear. The difficulty in initiating movements, the man becomes slow. There's a drooling and swallowing problem. And of course, the speech is monotonous, mumbling. आपको समझ नहीं आएगी, it's not intelligible. all these complex symptoms form the disease called Parkinson's disease. Of course, we have fall. सबसे कॉमन चीज फॉल है. आपके घर में अब कई ये बात हो रही थी, अगर कोई बुजुर्ग हो, आदमी कहता है यार इसको लड़का हो गया है, ये बुढ़ापे की निशानी है, ये बुढ़ापा है. ना, बुढ़ापा तो है ही है यार, लेकिन ऐसा भी बूढ़ा है जो 80 साल की उम्र में घूमता फिरता है, तो वो क्यों नहीं बूढ़ा है? तो हमारे कंट्री में जहाँ पे अवेयरनेस नहीं है, जहाँ पे नाज़र साहब ने अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करनी है, वहाँ पे यू विल वांट टू नो कि जो हमारे वालिदैन को या किसी ऐसे बुजुर्ग को जो बुढ़ापा है, इसकी वजह क्या है. जब तक आपको वजह पता नहीं चलेगी तो आप इलाज क्या करेंगे हुजूर. So that's the thing. So breathing attacks, dyskinesia, dystonia, and of course end of the day deterioration. वो आप आगे बात होगी next. So what are these resting tremors? हर इंडिविजुअल को पार्किंसन डिजीज के resting tremor नहीं होते, लेकिन most of them will have. Initially तो नहीं होंगे, initially you can have something else. But when you have these resting tremors, हाथ में भी होते हैं, टांगों में भी होते हैं, फेस पे भी होते हैं, जॉ में भी होते हैं, लेकिन वे नहीं गए. You can also have situations like that. Usually एक साइड से शुरू होता है, इख्तिलाफ exaggerated by stress and excitement. Remember, these are most tremors of Parkinson's disease, but all tremors will actually be exaggerated like that. There was session from ETO or anything else. So remember that, and no real prevention. Prevention तो कोई नहीं, हमें नहीं पता किसको होने वाला है. And of course, the medical treatment helps, definitely helps to innovate, next, improve the quality of life. तो bradykinesia क्या होता है? Slowness of movement, reduction of spontaneous movement due to abnormal stiffness and expressionless face. बात हो गई है. Difficulty आप उससे काम करवाएंगे हो नहीं, he will not be able to do repetitive movement. और सबसे जो बेसिक चीजें हैं वही वो नहीं कर पाएंगे. अगर आपके घर में कोई बुजुर्ग है जो पतली नहीं कर सकता अपने शर्ट को, जो he cannot even brush his teeth, he cannot even cut his food. आपको सोचना पड़ेगा यार कि इनको क्या हो रहा है. What is the problem? And then his speech will become slow. आपका नहीं ये बुढ़ापा है, नहीं. You have to diagnose. बुढ़ापे की इतनी सारी बीमारियां हैं. इनको क्या है? What does this gentleman suffer from? और फॉल्स गिरना सबसे खतरनाक चीज है बुढ़ापे में हुजूर. And they can be frequent and they can be very hazardous. And they are very common. 68% will have fall when they have Parkinson's disease. Symptoms मैंने बयान कर लिया है. Stiffness होगी, breathing होगा, suffering होगी, ये सब तो होगा. All these things put together, it is a very debilitating disease. Parkinson's disease बहुत ही मुश्किल बीमारी है. We need to address these people. There are so many of them. पुरानी स्टडी एक AKU की मैंने पढ़ी थी नादिर, which said 4 lakh people were suffering from Parkinson's disease in Pakistan in 2011. Today it's 6 lakhs. The thing is कि हम आगे चलते हैं स्टडीज की बात करेंगे. तो ये बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट है कि आप जो दवाई देंगे क्या वो उनको ठीक करेंगी, क्या वो उसको एगनाइज करेगी, डोपामाइन को क्या उसको एंटेगनाइज करेगी. Two specific troublesome gait symptoms are very important: breathing and rectal. और कई बार ऐसा भी हुआ है कि मेरी 35 साल की प्रैक्टिस में मैंने hundreds of patients Parkinson's disease के एक शख्स कहता है सर मेरे वाले ठीक ठाक काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन कभी कभार वो कहते हैं पीछे की तरफ चला जाए और गिरने लगता. मैंने कहा और कुछ नहीं. So you can always have something like a rectal function even earlier than the major motor symptoms. So one has to be very careful. So what is important? The basic knowledge. जब आपके पास इल्म ही नहीं होगा, आपके पास बेसिक नॉलेज ही नहीं होगा, तो आप डायग्नोज कैसे करोगे भाई? So that's important. Next. फॉल्स रिस्क फैक्टर्स, 2 चीजें होती हैं फॉल्स में. एक वो रिस्क फैक्टर होता है जिसको आप चेंज कर सकते हैं और एक वो रिस्क फैक्टर होता है जिसको आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते. चेंज किसको कर सकते हैं? हम फिजिकल एक्टिविटी को बढ़ा दें, होम इन्वायरमेंट को ठीक करते हैं, स्कूल रखे हुए हैं, लोगों के बड़े बड़े एरिया बनाए, एजेस को खत्म कर दें ताकि बंदा गिरे तो उसको चोट ना लगे. तो चेंज द एनवायरमेंट. व्हाट एल्स कैन यू डू? विजन उनको सही नजर नहीं आएगा तो इट विल कंपाउंड द प्रॉब्लम. मेडिकेशन यूज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. क्या देना है, क्या उम्र है, क्या इंटेंसिटी है, क्या डिसेबिलिटी है. Fear of falling, when I very careful, these people will be discussed, these people will be fearful. Look after them. See that is socialized. बुढ़ापे में सबसे जरूरी चीज है भैया कि उनको लोगों से मिलवाओ, उनको सोशलाइज करो, उनको आइसोलेट ना करो. अगर आप उनको आइसोलेट करेंगे तो उनके चांसेस ऑफ डिप्रेशन एंड फॉल एंड दीस थिंग्स विल इंप्रूव. एंड ऑफ कोर्स improper use of assistive devices, आप उनको प्रॉपर तरीके से असिस्ट करें. नेक्स्ट अच्छा सॉरी इसको वापस ले लें. अच्छा, the thing that you cannot change in an individual is the age. You can't change the age, you can't change the gender, and of course you can't change the ethnic ground. Next, तो क्या हम इन लोगों में गिरने को प्रिवेंट करते हैं? Can we prevent fall with these people? Of course, we can do a lot of things. Make adjustment, I talked about it. Carefully control movement to maintain balance. Walking aids, healthy eating, which is very important. Calorie diet, the proper diet देंगे ताकि मजबूत हों. Retrocussion की कोई medical therapy नहीं है. Best strategy is physical therapy to increase the awareness of Islam. Gait training is so important. We all need to have a physical institute that will rehabilitate special patients who have got these imbalances. गेट ट्रेनिंग का एक इंस्टीट्यूट बनाया ताकि ये लोगों को हम वो कर सकें. He lives in a procedure which can help them proper and so that their falls are reduced. And of course, next you can give them walkers to assist them to walk. And then internationally, जो हमारे ऑफिस में नहीं है, ये 3 इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें आ गई हैं. एविडेंस बेस्ड प्रिवेंशन प्रोग्राम, एक ओटागो एक्सरसाइज प्रोग्राम, इट्स अ वेरी एस्टैब्लिश्ड प्रोग्राम. एक मैटर ऑफ बैलेंस एंड स्टेपिंग ऑन, ऑल दीज आर पार्ट ऑफ फिजिकल फिटनेस. सो ये तो हमने बात की मोटर सिम्टम्स की. क्या उनमें नॉन मोटर सिम्टम्स भी होते हैं? जी बिल्कुल. न्यूरोसाइकियाट्रिक सिम्टम्स होते हैं. दे कैन हैलुसिनेट, दे कैन हैव स्लीप डिसऑर्डर्स, दे कैन हैव इंपल्स डिसऑर्डर्स, पैनिक डिसऑर्डर, दे कैन हैव एपैथी, डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन. और इसके बाद जो ऑटोनॉमिक डिरेंजमेंट होता है वो बड़ा खतरनाक होता है क्योंकि पोस्चर ड्रॉप हो जाए. तो अगर बुढ़ापे में आपको चोट लग जाए, हड्डी क्रैक हो जाए, तो जो ऑलरेडी ऑस्टियोपीन है, जो ऑलरेडी ऑस्टियोपोरोटिक, तो भाई अगर जरा भी लग जाए, सर पे जरा सी चोट लग जाए बुजुर्ग आदमी को, तो सब ड्यूरल हो जाता है. यंग में इतना नहीं होता. You have to be very careful. We need to prevent all these things. We need to prevent the fall. Sensory anosmia, diplopia, speech and swallow. Very, very important. You know, swallowing difficulty is that. There are methods of treating them now. The world is advancing forward. We have an organization with us now that can work on this. Dysphagia, drooling, mumbling speech in a basket. And the GI symptoms are pretty common as well. Next. तो बात ये है कि कितने लोग हैं दुनिया में जिनको पार्किंसन डिजीज है. As many as 1 million Americans live with Parkinson's disease, which is more than, तो इतनी बड़ी disease है, the second commonest neurodegenerative disease. It is more common than multiple sclerosis, muscular dystrophy and amyotrophic lateral taken together. So imagine करें the magnitude of this thing. It's a very globally huge proportion of people who are suffering from this unfortunate disease, the disabling disease called Parkinson's disease. Approximately 60,000 Americans are diagnosed with Parkinson's disease each year, and this number does not reflect the thousands of cases that go undetected. अगर आज हम कहते हैं कि an estimated 10 million people worldwide are living with the disease. Incidence of Parkinson's disease with age, but estimated 4% of the people in PD are diagnosed before the age of 50. बहुत कम लोग हैं जिनको 50 साल से कम में होता है. अब सवाल ये है कि भाई हम कैसे एस्टिमेट करेंगे कि एक कंट्री में कितने लोग सफर कर रहे हैं. प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वेरी फ्यू कंट्रीज हैव एक्चुअली डन एन एक्चुअल स्टडी. अगर आप ये एक्चुअल स्टडी बहुत कम है. ईदर इट इज एक्सट्रापोलेटेड, और एक्सट्रापोलेटेड का क्या मतलब है? मतलब ये है कि एक ट्रेंड चल रहा है तो हमने किसी में डाल दिया. अगर अमेरिका में ये हो रहा है तो हमने कहा उनका इतने हमारे अंदाजा इतने ही होंगे. दैट्स कॉल्ड एक्सट्रापोलेशन. उससे बेहतर जो है जैसे इंडिया वगैरह में है वो है एस्टिमेशन. सो देयर आर 3 ways of doing the study. One is the actual study जो चाइना में हो चुकी है. The other is estimation, the third is extrapolation. So this is very, very important. Men are, of course, 1.5 times more affected. I will tell you. पाकिस्तान में जितने लोग, हम तो बात करते हैं पाकिस्तान की. Long live Pakistan, God save Pakistan. That's very, very important. We are Pakistanis, whether we are in the United States or whether we are in Canada. We owe it to this country. As estimated 4 lakh people, ये 211 की study है. And now I think it's 6 lakhs. About 6 lakh people are suffering from this disease. An estimate amount, that's ये मैंने एथनिक की बात की थी. अब पारसी कम्युनिटी इन मुंबई हैज द वर्ल्ड्स हाईएस्ट इंसिडेंस ऑफ फीडिंग. तो आप देखें कि कम्युनिटी एथनिकली भी काफी इन्वॉल्वमेंट होती है. तो द डिफरेंसेस कैन बी चेंज नेक्स्ट. ग्लोबल स्टडी में 1.5 मिलियन चाइनीज. एक्चुअली दिस इज एक्चुअल स्टडी. बाकी जो है अल्बानिया, इजिप्ट, यूएसए, कनाडा एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ, दीज आर एस्टिमेटेड स्टडी. 800 आउट ऑफ 1 लाख, 5,000 आउट ऑफ 1 लाख. नेक्स्ट, लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी भी बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है, चाहे वो एल्जाइमर हो या वो पार्किंसन डिजीज हो. क्योंकि आपने ये ग्राफ देखा है, जापान यहाँ बैठा है 80 ईयर्स की एज. तो जैसे आपकी एज बढ़ती रहेगी, द डिजीज, दिस इज अ डिजीज ऑफ द जीरियाट्रिक पॉपुलेशन, अ डिजीज ऑफ द ओल्ड एज. तो जैसे उम्रें बढ़ती रहेंगी वैसे एल्जाइमर की प्रोपोर्शन बढ़ती रहेगी, प्रेवलेंस बढ़ती रहेगी. दैट्स व्हाई आई वाज शोइंग दिस लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी वर्ल्ड वाइड फॉर द नेक्स्ट. तो बात आएगी कि क्या हम कुछ कर भी सकते हैं, क्या हम ऐसे बढ़े जा रहे हैं. Although there are general guidelines that doctors use to choose the treatment regime, it is recommended that each person with PD be individually evaluated to determine which drug or combination of drugs is best. First choice drug, of course, is levodopa. Levodopa के बगैर तो कोई ट्रीटमेंट पार्किंसन डिजीज का हो ही नहीं सकता. For others, the initial prescription may be one of the agonists, काफी available है यहाँ पर. The choice of drug treatment depends on the variables, including symptoms. So every patient is a different patient. Symptom representation, other concurrent health issues, ये सारी चीजें कॉम्प्लेक्स में मिलेंगी तो आप तो फिर जाके करेंगे. अब सिर्फ यहाँ पे ये बताना चलूँ कि LSBT लागू, this is what we should do when we have a rehabilitation center. Now this lady called Mrs. Lee Silverman has devised what we call the LSBT लागू to improve on the monotonous speech, and it's found to be effective. You must remember this. अगर कोई कहे आपसे पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट एग्जाम में कि यार क्या कोई तरीका है इसकी मोनोटोनस मंडिंग स्पीच को ठीक करने का, सिर्फ खातून हैं मिसेस ली सिल्वरमैन, इसलिए LCD डिवाइस किया है टेस्ट. तो हम बात करते हैं अब सर्जिकल ट्रीटमेंट की. हमने मेडिकल की बात की, हमने दूसरी बात की. सर्जरी ऑफ कार्डियक डिजीज है कम अ लॉन्ग वे. It was developed 50 years ago. The newest version of the study is DBS. क्या होता है DBS? Deep brain stimulation. This is absolutely amazing. I was in one of the conferences in Sweden once, and this gentleman comes up and he speaks on Parkinson's disease. And while he was going away, the president of the society said, "What do you think he's suffering from?" Nothing at all. He is a case of Parkinson's disease. He's had it for 10 years, my dear. And he is on DBS. And he's totally symptom free. अगर आप मुझसे ये पूछें कि रिजल्ट्स क्या हैं, the results are excellent. I've come to people in the US, now they are in touch, and the results are excellent. Of course, you can have complications every day, but the results are excellent, and they are excellent. Someone is trying to do it in the hall. 25 लाख, लेकिन अगर आपकी जिंदगी को संवार दे तो डॉक्टर उमर 25 लाख, what a month. But if you can become symptom free and get back into your routines of life, well, so we will all be trying to get someone here to do it for us in this country. DBS is deep brain stimulation. करते क्या है, एक पल्स स्टिमुलेटर को आप थैलेमस में डालते हैं, और थैलेमस ऐसी बला है कि उसमें सारे काम उसी में होते हैं. ठीक है ना. तो वेंट्रोमीडियल कैलेंडर में अगर ये डाल देंगे तो पार्किंसन डिजीज को ठीक कर देगा, अगर पोस्टीरियर में डाल देंगे तो इट वर्क्स इन एपिलेप्सी, इट इज नाउ वर्किंग इन मेनी अदर थिंग्स. So the thing is, this deep brain stimulation here is okay. So the thing is that DBS Next is an effective procedure. With the new society coming up, we will look forward to something of the sort in this country. Next. So, कोई काम हो रहा है क्या पार्किंसन डिजीज पे? Of course, we are having research here. According to the FDA, the R&D pipeline to the OD, a lot of things are going on. Gene therapy, a new medicine that targets the receptor found in the brain, and the new delivery mechanisms of approved treatments, they are all being worked upon, and so we can look forward to better treatment options. Next. Can you have emergency in Parkinson's disease? Of course you can have. If you overtreat them, they can fall down and they can crack the spine or do whatever you do. Next. So, drug-related problems. So you have to be very careful. How do you titrate? How do you modify? Whom do you treat? क्योंकि postural hypertension, nausea, इतनी सारी चीजें हैं. It's a complex disorder. Parkinson's disease is a complex disorder. Yeah, इसमें इतनी सारी चीजें हो सकती हैं. The old man can come into the emergency room and you have to treat him accordingly. Next. So what is the golden rule? The undergraduates and the graduates. What is the golden rule? Parkinson's disease is gradually progressive condition and does not get worse overnight. So if the patient deteriorates, अगर मरीज ठीक नहीं हो रहा तो दो चीजें हो सकती, या तो उसको दवाई सही नहीं मिली, या तो उसको पार्किंसन डिजीज है ही नहीं. तो जो मैं बात कर रहा था कि बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट इज, जो हम यहाँ करते हैं, हमारे पास एक पेशेंट आता है, उसको कमर में दर्द होता है, जिसमें में दर्द होता है, हम कहते हैं दवाई ले लो चले जाओ. वो कहता है भाई गोली तो दो. डॉक्टर गोली दो नहीं, आप पहले टेस्ट कराओ. टेस्ट नहीं कराएंगे तो हमें क्या पता बीमारी क्या है. व्हाट आर वी ट्रीटिंग यार? ठीक है ना, एनास्थेटिक से उनकी किडनी खराब करा दी, यू हैव वेरी श्योर डायग्नोसिस इज द प्राइम थिंग. यू हैव टू ट्रीट समथिंग दैट इज डायग्नोस्ड. So the next golden rule is never prescribe these now. Never prescribe metoclopramide, Stemetril, haloperidol. क्योंकि बात ये होती है कि they can antagonize dopamine and they can create a lot of side effects. So what you have to do is you should know what to treat, how to treat, and what not to treat. Next. जहाँ तक genetic factor के ताल्लुक है, they have the researchers have discovered several gene mutations. तो ये है कि 15 से 25% में तो आपको family history मिलती है. But again, they are working on it, and some of these mutations involve genes that play a role in dopamine cell function. Next. इसके साथ साथ हम पार्किंसन प्लस सिंड्रोम पर बात करेंगे, लेकिन वी डोंट नीड टू गो इनटू डिटेल. अगर एक बंदे को PSP है, प्रोग्रेसिव सुपर न्यूक्लियर पाल्सी है, या जिसे कहते हैं मल्टी सिस्टम एट्रोफी है, रिमेंबर अगर वो पार्किंसन डिजीज प्योर होगा तो आपकी लीवोटोबल ठीक होगा, अगर नहीं होगा तो वो ठीक ही नहीं होगा. तो पार्किंसन प्लस सिंड्रोम का आपको पता होना चाहिए भैया. अगर पार्किंसन प्लस सिंड्रोम का आपको नहीं पता होगा, you don't know about पार्किंसन प्लस सिंड्रोम, then you can't treat them because they won't be treated. So for you to treat with levodopa and other dopamine compounds, they have to be a pure Parkinson's disease. Next. So what do we have in Pakistan? Now then we always come back to Pakistan, and we should. So we have public awareness programs in Pakistan. The Pakistan Parkinson's Society has been there. You know, Dr. Malik, for long. Harun al-Bashir has been working in that work, and he has done a lot of work. And then we come to Professor Nader Ali Sayyed, who has already given the guidelines and now has become the president of the Movement Disorder Society of Pakistan. And we pray that he brings this up and develops the society, brings it up on a different platform. Next. Thank you very much. My brain always goes to Africa, incidentally, Dr. Umar. And next, you know what this is? This is the leopard seal from Antarctica. House is now open for questions and answers and panel discussion. Dr. Nadeem. Anyone has questions? We have Professor Nader, we have other panelists.
Yes, any question? Well, Professor Arif Panikkar was very generous that undergraduate needs more teaching, and in my opinion, postgraduate needs even more. If anyone would like to ask any question or anything not clear or any query, the people are here to answer. Yes, introduce yourself and ask. Introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Nasir Ali. So my question is that, is there any early precaution steps you should take because the disease comes after the age of 50 years? So,
Okay. Well, his question is very pertinent, and this is what we help scientists to begin with, how to prevent the catastrophe. And his question is simply straightforward, and everyone is trying for that, how to prevent this problem, right? Yes. What preventives? Do we have preventive aspect here? Professor Nader, you be kind enough to answer that question.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. The answer is it's the same thing that helps so many other non-communicable diseases. So now we're in the age of non-communicable diseases. Our grandparents used to die of infectious diseases in this part of the world. Now we die of non-communicable diseases. Very simple. It's regular exercise, healthy lifestyle. And studies have shown that people who engage in regular exercise and healthy lifestyle are protected against the whole range of non-communicable diseases. Parkinson's is one.
Well, this is if you have 1 minute. If you open up the papers in PubMed, the second page you will find that what Professor Nader had just said, that people who exercise, who have got a lifestyle which is exactly opposite to sedentary, many non-communicable diseases, are usually prevented. One more thing is that the recent, but it's known for quite some time, everyone knows that people who smoke have got a less chance of getting Parkinson's disease. It doesn't mean that everyone started smoking. But there is one other important thing, that this is the benefit of coffee, right? That has been proven that if we 2 or 3 or 4 cups of coffee, the Parkinson's disease is less. But the bottom line is that what Professor Nader has just said. Yes, sir, your question. If we come forward, right, speak in the mic.
My name is Navid Iqbal. I am SR in ENT. My question is, tell us about what is the function of DBS, what is the exact location, how it is work.
The deep brain stimulation is a pacemaker for the brain. It does not cure Parkinson's disease, and it does not treat patients who do not respond to sedation. One of the exclusion criteria for deep brain stimulation is that the patient must respond to sedation, should be relatively younger, preferably under 65, no cognitive changes, like not demented, and they must respond to sedation. It does not treat patients who don't respond to sedation. Very important point. It does not cure the disease. What it does is, it does the chemical work of the old medications by giving electrical pulses. Where is these electrodes placed? The pacemakers go under the skin, one on each side, 2 holes, 2 commonly used locations. One is the internal part of the globus pallidus, the globus pallidus interna, and the other is STN, subthalamic nucleus. So it can be placed in any of these areas. What it does is, it doesn't really stimulate, but by giving a very high electrical frequency pulse, it blocks impulses. So So it actually causes an electrical block of inhibitory activity. So overall activity is improved. So the key point is it only helps patients to respond to Cinema. So it's not like somebody has advanced Parkinson's, Cinema isn't working, DBS will help them.